Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time at our channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Travis Sickle. This is an update for the child tax credit. Yes, I know, another update to the advanced child tax credit. So I did call the IRS. It took forever to get through, to get somebody that can actually talk to me about what's going on with the payments. So I'm gonna just go through a whole bunch of different things. It might seem a little bit random on this channel or this video, but I just wanted to kind of get through this. So there's still a glitch from September. So the last time I called the IRS, they said they had fixed the glitch, which is also true, but not for everybody. So if you got a payment in July and August, but not September, they still haven't fixed it. So you should still be expecting that payment. Now, if the payment gets missed, they're gonna take that amount and they're going to divide it by the checks that you have left. So that would be October, November, and December. So if you don't get it in October, then they're going to give you a much bigger check in November or December. So that is what you can expect with the glitch from September, which is unfortunately still ongoing. And just to kind of reemphasize that, the prorated amount, or however you want to call this, if you did miss any of the payments, that is what's going to have happen moving forward. So they're going to take that amount and again, divide it by the checks moving forward. So even if you're not subject to the glitch, but you didn't get a payment and all of a sudden you started getting payments, but they're more than you were expecting, that's probably why. So do a little bit of math there, figure out exactly what you should have gotten, and then figure out what that difference is, and then just add up the amount of months, multiply it by that amount, and that will probably give you the result or the answer that you're looking for. Let's see what else. Updates to income dependence and the status. They have no idea. That was the answer I got. It could be any time right now. They said it was a big update, so we're just gonna have to wait and see on that. That is really the answer to all of these questions, is that they need to update the portal. Fortunately, the IRS is still behind on that, but we're not gonna dwell on that anymore. The next thing I want to talk about is any changes could trigger a review, and a review could turn your payments off before they finish their review. So the IRS is obviously backed up. I'm not sure if that is a manual review or an automated review. They didn't tell me that part, but they said anything could trigger this. That could be an amendment, the processing of your 2020 tax return, an update to your address if you've unenrolled. Obviously, if one has unenrolled but the other spouse has not, anything, any one of these could trigger it. So if there's any updates whatsoever, that's probably the answer behind, wait a second, I went and updated my address, now I'm not getting my payments. I went and updated my bank account information, I'm not getting my payments. That is probably the reason why. If there was any adjustment, so your payments from July, then to August were different, it's probably also a reason, because they were updating their systems. They looked at your 2020 taxes versus your 2019 taxes. If they didn't have your 2020, they based it on your 2019 taxes until they got your 2020 and then updated it. So any of those updates, that's what's going to trigger it. Now, here is an interesting one. If you got too much, you did the calculations, you're like, I'm getting too much, but I don't know how to make that adjustment because they haven't updated the portal. You can actually send back a portion of it. How do you know? How can you do this? Cash the check and then turn around and write the IRS a check. Now, I did it on this morning's video. I went through the walkthrough on how to send back the check to the IRS. You want to send back a check, the one that you received if you're giving back the full amount. But if you want to do part of it, cash the check, then you can write a check to the IRS for the amount that you want to give back, along with a note sent to the address for your state. And that's what you want to take a look at. I don't have it up on my screen, or else I'd pull it up right now. But look at this morning's video, and I put a link in the description of that video for the addresses. It's in the Q&A section on the IRS website to figure out what address you should send it to. And you can also see the letter that I wrote on, again, this morning's video, if you just want to figure out what to write. I didn't do anything fancy. I just said, here's the check, here's the money for, I don't need it. I sent back the full amount. But if you want to do part of it because you're getting too much, that's how you can fix it. And that's really it for the advanced child tax credit and the payments. Actually, one more point there. In January, the eligibility notices will be sent out to kind of help you reconcile it. My guess is it's going to be something similar to what you get for the premium tax credit with a 1095A, where you're just taking that form and then going and doing your taxes. so they can reconcile it. How much did you actually get in the advanced child tax credit? How much were you due? That difference will be fixed on your 21 taxes when you file in 2022. So I know that's not probably what you wanted to hear. You wanted to get it fixed now rather than later, but that's one way of doing it. Another way is looking at your IRS form W-4. I've done a ton of videos on that. I've talked about that quite a bit. You can make an adjustment on your W-4 to affect your withholdings, which will match up right up with all of your other taxes. So that's another way that you can get a little bit more money back in your pocket right away. Let me know any other comments or questions that you have on the child tax credit, the advanced child tax credit, or anything else you want to ask me, and I'll do it on future videos. And I'll also batch it for the next time I call the IRS. Once I get a few questions, I'll give the IRS another call and report it back on these videos. And that's it for today. So if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.